Hey everyone, welcome back to Chat and Chat. My name is Josh.
My name is Miguel.
And we are watching Baby Part 3. So if you missed Part 1 or Part 2, both of them are in that playlist of the link that's in the description below this video, where you can watch those and then join us back here for Part 3. और अगर अब तक नहीं किया, subscribe कीजिए, share कीजिए, a like button पर थप्पड़ मारो. Just blast him from the door. Oh, I guess they want to do it quietly, right? I wonder if they have silencers.
He left his gun.
All right, do it real quick, dude. Shoot. What the hell? Just shoot! What the heck? Triple tap. Make sure he's dead. Yeah. Maybe another one for good measure. I don't know.
One through the head to make sure. And how do you know he wasn't wearing a bulletproof or a Kevlar vest?
Blood.
Well, that's true. Well, you can make it look like it was okay.
Still headshot in the game.
It's his friend. Oh no! Score even better. Take him out.
Do they take him out?
Take him out.
The $10 million? Bring his head to America and get the 10 mil?
Take him out.
Do it. It's like, oh, what did I walk into? Dude, all this hesitating, like, just... Oh. Can they carry him over the wall?
That's what the...
Was there something in the water? That was kind of a significant thing, right? He put the water down?
Yeah.
Maybe he was gonna poison him. He wanted to kill him himself. And then he got shot.
Yeah.
But then he drank the water.
Great. जल्दी करो. इसको ले चलते हैं. लेकिन सर.
Dude, you got the muscles. Put them on your shoulder. Wow, they caught a big fish.
A big white fish that everyone can see.
Yeah, that's true.
This guy playing his videos on his...
Yeah, shove him through the hole.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't get fried, or the other guy doesn't get fried. Come on, guy.
Uh-oh.
Wait. What the hell? Well, now they can't take an airplane.
Why?
They have a flight to catch. Oh, well, how are they going to leave the country? Then how are they going to get the tires aired back up?
Then, so I'll try my best. This is going to be our biggest success, Ajay. So, come on, guys, let's go.
Just, shove him in a big suitcase. Put him in a shipping container.
Yeah, so if the other two leave the country and he stays with just him, I think that
Buy a ticket for him, and I have no idea.
Okay, guys, have fun.
he's gonna stay. Did he cuss?
No. He's like, "Chit."
मेरी जरूरत पड़ेगी. चलो.
Where are we going? Local Holiday Inn. We're gonna take white man in the robe, man in white, to the local Holiday Inn? We're going to be incognito or what?
I don't know if you can actually trust this guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was up with that water bottle? Was it poisoned? Was there like micro trackers in it? I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, that water bottle seems significant.
Well, maybe it was just a lead-in that there was someone else there. He stopped, and had they just left, they would have missed out.
Now what?
Oh, that's not what he said. The
pressure.
They're gonna shave him so he's
Yeah, so he's
unrecognizable.
Get a fake passport made. I don't know.
You are really good, man.
On some days, I'm even better.
सिर्फ एक प्रॉब्लम है.
The lines.
शक हुआ तो यहाँ डेरा में एक चौक है. लोग उसे चॉप चॉप स्क्वायर कहते हैं. वहाँ पब्लिक एग्जीक्यूशंस होती हैं.
Ooh, chop chop square.
Chop chop square. बोला था मैंने तेरे को.
Chop chop square. Oh, nice. They left a nice little mustache there.
I would have taken the mustache off too, although that sometimes too extreme.
हेलो माथुर साहब, कैसे हैं आप?
सलाम वालेकुम. सलाम वालेकुम.
Man, this guy's got connections everywhere.
Yes, sir. How may I help you?
Please unlock the door.
Sure, sir.
You know, I'm thinking with the body they should do like a Weekend at Bernie's style. Like, clean the room up? Oh no. Oh yeah, he dead.
He dead.
He's like dead. No bulletproof vest there. Oh dang, he kind of cleans up pretty nice, don't he though? He's like, hello? Good night. Yeah, all they'd really need is like a good visa and whatnot. Right? Like, why do they have to do the whole doctor route thing if they got him a visa? Just say he's sleeping when he's going through security.
Yeah. Hello, sir. We have a serious medical condition. Need to travel to India for a liver transplant.
Oh, this guy is not the good guy. He's the inside mole because remember he was doing.
And he even like scratched his beard like it's a sign. Was he the like lawyer guy from the beginning?
He was the lawyer guy from the beginning.
Was he a lawyer? I don't know.
Well, that's what he presented himself as.
Inspector. DNA testing?
Well, yes, now they have a DNA sample to look at the water if he drank it because then it's, you know.
What if they don't have his DNA records on file? Then
Yes,
it
but then
mean
maybe
anything.
they have an agent, they can get an agent.
Just seemed kind of reckless doing that. Like drinking
Yeah,
from.
he's-
And normally, yeah, they don't put lips on the bottle. That was very out of character. Because what he did, that's. This guy just seems so sketchy. Like, everything he does, I'm just so suspect. I don't know why, he's just giving that.
अशफाक और मैं यहाँ सब कुछ संभालते हैं. फ्लाइट में मिलेंगे. जय तुम्हें पता अगर तुम लोग पकड़े गए तो तुम्हें क्या करना है?
Yes, sir.
Oh, dang. This is getting so complicated.
Taking Uncle to the hospital, to the chop shop. That poor ambulance is drifting in the sand.
Excuse me, sir. Maulana Muhammad Rahman, Lashkar-e-Taiba carries a bounty of 10 million on his head.
और जो आदमी मर गया
Oh, and they want him so bad.
Group called I Am in India.
So they're going to start looking at all Indians. He just drove up in his own personal ambulance. This is actually making me nervous. I don't know why.
I'm very tense right now. Like I'm literally clenching.
This is almost like a Mission Impossible thing.
It is definitely
and I'm just
that
like
style.
everything has to be just exactly right, and you know, yeah, they're gonna
Get caught.
because
They're foreigners.
He happens to be my uncle. Please come with me.
Okay.
I keep expecting his double cross any second. Every time I see someone, I'm like, here
waking
it
up.
comes. Oh wow, he's not even. Oh, it looked like right in the kidney. Really? He's like an old dude. Take him out,
he was
man.
on drugs too.
Yeah, like, dude has a great recovery system. Dude, oh man, that's so very
That is
intense.
such a nice touch of dynamics.
I have to get the ear. Oh, that'll do. Yup. Mm-hmm. That's Oh man. No. Well, at least he's in a hospital. You know, that's where you'd want to be for a stab wound. Who? Email. Oh, they weren't expecting an email. They were thinking a call. Yeah.
No, he
Oh,
was.
they were expecting email. Oh.
We are Indians and we have a reputation. Prompt reply जाएगा तो शक करेंगे. ठहरो.
Oh, that was.
عشان ناخذه بأسرع ما يمكن عشان هو لازم يبيله.
Like, dude, like, just give him a horse tranquilizer or something.
Wow.
Sir, could I have your signatures, please?
Excuse me, can I use your loo?
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh no! Jeez.
Hopefully he's not bleeding on the floor and didn't drop any blood on the floor that the doctor might see.
All right.
Although that, you know, sometimes in a hospital that's...
Not again, dude. Dude, just hit him really hard on the back of the head so you can't see the wound.
Just pull it back and say, Doctor, could you take a look at this wound?
شكرا.
Oh yeah, I was sweating too, man.
Zoom into the car plate. Find me this van.
Why? What was suspicious about the van? Tell me.
They already drove it into the ocean.
प्रभु डायरी में लिख लिया कि एक मिनट
This dude, no, just.
मिनिस्टर साहब से मिलना था.
ओए आज तो वाकई मुश्किल है बहुत अर्जेंट था क्या कुछ
He only calls when it's urgent, man. Didn't expect that.
I think he did that too.
Yeah, all good.
Just say he tried.
अचानक घबराहट सी हुई धड़कनें तेज सी हो गई
They're connected like
yeah.
that.
आप लोग वहीं रुकना मैं एम्बेसी जाके फॉर्मेलिटीज पूरी करता हूँ फिर वहीं मिलते हैं
Good luck.
Again, I don't like... There's something going to happen with that.
Whoa.
And I think something's going to happen at the airport because everyone is being pulled as Indian and so forth.
How do they find a van in the middle of nowhere like that?
Well, it is kind of out in the middle of nowhere. It kind of sticks out as a...
Satellite?
थैंक यू
That was that guy again.
Yeah. I think that they would be looking for anything out of the kind of the norm at the airport.
And this kind of makes big noise to have someone medevac out. Oh, wow. Fastest security check ever. Did it start bleeding again? You don't have the time, dude. Just go. Put a belt around it and go.
Excuse me, sir. This is the helper.
How is the helper to blame?
I have no idea.
They didn't super glue it.
Yeah, like the stitch glue. Oh man, it just won't stop.
Man, that's when you actually need.
He's leaving DNA evidence everywhere.
Yeah, well, the question is why did they rush into the airport for? This is definitely Mission Impossible style, and we're hoping that they're gonna
Close the doors before these guys. But even then, they could stop him on the runway. Take one for the team. Oh, what? Oh, dang. Trying to smuggle in some liquor?
This way, sir.
Oh, whoa, that's fancy. Whoa. That's like the fanciest runway or airway I've seen.
Status update, please. Is there someone with a medical condition on the plane? Any air paramedic?
Yeah, he's putting it all together now.
For a liver ailment, any problem, sir?
He's gonna let it go.
Maybe. What's he gonna say? What, I mean, like pros and cons in his head right now, real quick. Like, what's he doing?
No problem.
ATC to security.
I-
Roger that.
Again, he's probably thinking, okay,
Let him go because
they're bound for India. That's who would want him. It would be an international thing. They don't want him being there. Okay, and that's kind of what I'm thinking he's thinking.
Because it could be like bad optics for someone of that high profile to be in his country.
in their country, and it's like they're taking the problem away. Let's just let them have it. Okay, just don't bleed out on the flight.
Right.
They keep calling us something or the other, but we love the name Baby.
Baby.
Okay.
So in a lot of ways, I think this is a Mission Impossible kind of.
I wish they would have maybe carried on the series. As far as I know, they haven't made any others, but this would be a really good series. Like these.
Yeah. It definitely had that vibe, and I could see if they started adding other characters to it. I mean, other team members that had like, you know, like the disguise person who could really pull off disguises and, you know. So it definitely had, for me, Mission Impossible vibes to it. And I mean,
I wouldn't call it.
And I grew. So let me rephrase that. It's not the Mission Impossible that we know with Tom Cruise and all that. That's something else. Okay. I'm talking the old generation, the first generation Mission Impossible thing, the series that I grew up with. Okay. And if you've never seen it,
I've never seen it.
Okay. If you've never seen it, it had exactly this of where every step of the way just has to go just right. And it's like a plan coming together, and you have little things go wrong. And it's like, how do we make it still work and everything? And I mean, the tension was always hot. And you always found sudden allies along the way that you didn't know you had, such as the guy at the very end.
Dude, no, I thought that guy there, deep agent, I thought he was going to be bad. Like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Like, the whole time he seemed so sketchy, but he, I guess, turned out to be pretty solid. I was expecting any time there for him to be like, "Mwahaha, you fell into my trap."
Yeah,
but they didn't.
Yeah, so yeah, and that just my read. I enjoyed it. It was
but
really
it's
good.
like Mission Impossible. I think that it's just a what do they call those? Like international political thrillers. You know, it's like a political thriller because it's like based on these tensions of like different countries and all that sort of stuff. And, you know, politics had a big part of this. So did kind of religion. But I like that Akshay Kumar's character took it away from religion. And he's like, whoa, man, let me tell you a story. and then in that story, he basically said, well, this, because it's not, I had India written, meaning it's not a religious thing, it's a patriotic thing. So I like that because it took it back to like politics instead of religion. What I like is that there wasn't so reliant on the action aspect. There weren't that many fights here. Really, it was just Topsy's character that kicked the crap out of that guy.
She was awesome. And again, I think that that's a great example of why it made me think Mission Impossible, because there's like, as I recall, there were 2 female characters in the original Mission Impossible team. And one of them, she was like this just nice older lady and everything. And oh my, some of the things that she would do, you were just like, whoa, that's dark and scary. So her just taking care of business and keeping him busy, I thought was it was
I'll
good.
keep him busy, all right.
Oh, well,
I like that she kind of like, she started off with a slap and I'm like, oh man, you not trained in combat? But then all of a sudden it was like, pa, 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 pa. And I was like, okay, I got it.
Yeah.
But so the thing is, I'm sorry, we're kind of on this Mission Impossible thing. I know it's like this thorough thing, but one interesting note about the first Tom Cruise Mission Impossible 1 is I don't think there were any guns in it. It was like just like a heist sort of thing. I think I read that somewhere that there weren't really any guns in it. And there wasn't really, it's basically like this, where it was all the tension was being caught, not about are they going to survive or not. It's about like, are you going to get caught in what you were doing?
And there are so many pieces to it that it's like, wow, this is complicated. And any one goes wrong and it kind of all falls apart.
Yeah, because I know the director from the same director as Special 26, I was expecting a big twist at the end. And I thought that dude, their agent on the inside, I thought he was going to be the twist, you know, because like, I don't know, like some directors like that, like, oh yeah, this movie is super popular and it had a twist, so I'm going to make a twist.
$10 million, I mean, you know.
Dude, I would like take, maybe like he could have put him on a different flight and then he went to America with him and then turned him in, got the $10 million and then, you know, disappeared with it.
And that actually would have been an interesting little twist.
Yeah, where the other guys thought that he was on that they
were all
put
on
him the same flight, but really he was on a flight to America to collect the 10 million. Because that was another thing that didn't really pop back up in the story or mean anything, is that he had a 10 million bounty on his head from America. I mean, did it really need to be so? Maybe it made us know that he was so high profile. So they're like, how do you get somebody to the audience to understand that they're high profile, like target? Well, put a 10 million bounty on their head from America and all of a sudden he's like most wanted. Yeah. So maybe that's how you do it.
Maybe.
But I thought the twist was coming that he was going to America. Like hands down, that's what I thought was going to happen.
Did you send that in? Did you get?
No, that's why it wasn't in there. No, but it was a good story nonetheless. Yeah. So acting, I mean, I really thought, I like this. I didn't really feel anything was overacted. I like that Rana just has some good presence where he doesn't need that many lines, but just because he's so like bulky and stuff, like his body language and stuff says enough. And we've seen him in roles like this, you know, obviously Bahubali. There he had a really big part and a lot of lines. But we've seen him in a number of things where he hasn't had that many lines, but still he's been a really good presence. And Topsy, she was just in there for just a short little bit, just to kick some butt. And I like that the entire mission, like Akshay Kumar's character, like what was he doing? He was her chauffeur. That was it. And I love that. The entire mission, start to finish, was her highlight. And what would be cool is if they did a universe of this, and then they introduced all these different agents, but then had spin-offs where the agents had their own stories, because I want to see another story of hers where she goes off and she's like, whoa, I like can handle missions myself, dude. And then every once in a while you can have like cameos come in from other ones. Now look, I know a lot of people might be tired of like shared universes and stuff like that, but they can be really fun. And when you build a really good storyline and things that you can, you know, make the story arc in different ways, I think you're missing an opportunity there. I really like the idea of
the other thing is again, I like that they showed that he had a personal life and how impactful. I mean, the reality is in life, there are people that have jobs and careers that are hugely impactful on their personal life. And we don't see that, and we don't realize how that can be for a lot of people. I love how he was doing the best he could, and they had their own language so that he could basically say, "I'm gonna love you. I'm busy.
I can't tell you what I'm doing, but I love you.
I got a gun out. I'm holding someone." Or
that I literally was just jabbed with scissors.
Well, and again, that shows you how much connected they are, that she felt something was wrong, and just wanted to check in and say, "Is everything okay?" You know, I think that was really good. But again, he had to miss his kid's birthday, and you know.
But I like that the relationship was so strong that she didn't hold it against him, because she knows that he's doing something, you know, like super important. How can you not? Like you said during the movie, is when something bad happened on TV and all of a sudden all the phones in the house start ringing.
You're like,
and it's like, crap, I gotta go. It's like, oh wow, yeah, you gotta do like something super important.
So hold on a second, let me get your Superman cape.
We've seen so many movies, I think, not just in Bollywood, but in all the different film industries, where someone has a job like this and then the partner at home isn't understanding, and then that takes a focus of part of the movie. But here it didn't go down that trope. It basically was like, look, there is a way of being supportive and loving and still being able to do your patriotic duty. And you know what? Like, I got you. And you know, we'll make it work. So
I mean, that was one of the elements that was very much played upon in Family Man.
Yes, Family Man. I mean, we only watched season 1, but from what I could see, that was a major issue. But I like it in the Family Man because it's a series and it's ongoing thing. So they have enough time to focus on family life. Because in Family Man, I'm just as intrigued as the whole complications going on in family life as I am in the other story overlapping. So I think they do it really well. But it's nice and refreshing to also see a movie where it doesn't have to play out like that at home. So, and Anupam Kher's character, he was kind of annoying me, to be honest. Like, I'm like, dude, come on, like,
he's the geeky guy that he's like, he wants everything to go in exactly like a computer. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop. You know, and it's like, it doesn't, exactly as you said, you get out there.
It's not like a math problem that has a
specific answer.
Like, things have to be adjusted on the way.
And when you got, you know, hey, you just shot the dude, and suddenly the other bad dude walks out of the bathroom, it's like, what do you do?
The hesitation, though, like, that was the thing that I'm just like, well, especially, I thought he hypnotized him with his eyes, and it looked like the guy was wearing contacts. Maybe he was doing that to, I don't know. When they did a close-up on his eyes, it looked like he was wearing contacts. But anyway, beside the point, I thought then it was going to go into almost a, like, you know how Mission Impossible, I hate going back to that. Guys, I'm sorry. But in Mission Impossible, they have this tech where, you know, it's like sort of sci-fi-ish where they can do the faces and it like replicates faces. I thought they were going to do some tech where he put in contacts into his eyes and he can like hypnotize people, because it looked like that's what he was doing, because he like just stopped there and just stared at his eyes, and then like Akshay Kumar, it's just like,
well, I
that,
mean,
and then
they had been trying to get him for so long.
No. Yes, they knew he was in there, though, not the guy in the bathroom.
Oh.
I'm talking about the very first guy that they were there to kill. So, like, they turned the corner, they knew he was going to be there, so why are you shocked and surprised that he's standing right in front of you? That's what I don't get. And even Rana's character looked at him like, because he was in the background, and he's like, why aren't you just like, dude, pull the trigger? And he almost got to his gun because of the hesitation.
Yeah.
They were there to kill him. They didn't need any other explanation, just like, pop, pop. And I'm glad he did the triple tap, just to make sure.
Yeah.
But then I understand the hesitation of the second guy, forgot his name, coming out of the bathroom. That I get the hesitation, because it's so unexpected. You're like, what?
Deer in headlights.
Yeah, it's like I was expecting like just some tuna and I got a great white, you know, something like that. But
some incidental that I'm just gonna take out.
So one other thing that we have to talk about before we end this is how this is the first time I think that we've seen Danny in a positive role. You know, and then I was kind of expecting, because he's done so many villain roles, I've never seen him in a positive role before. I kept expecting, you know, Faro's character, I kept expecting him at the end to turn evil. And because he has such a good evil laugh too. And I was just like, oh, then that was my other twist, is I thought he was going to be working with the deep agent there, and they're both going to split the 10 million by diverting it to go to, because he was the one that, he said, I have a guy, right? Not that we have a guy, but he said that I have a guy, don't worry, I'll contact him. And I thought that was going to be his guy to get him to America, and then they're going to split the 10 million, and the dude was just going to bounce. And that's why when he said there's no problem and he hung up instead of speaking to the minister, I thought he didn't want to speak to the minister, because he's like, you know what? No, this actually works. So anyway, maybe because he's typecasted in my brain right now, but I kept expecting him to be evil. But man, he's good. Whether he's evil or not, he's pretty good. He didn't have as big a role here. He was just mostly phone call, the kind of
he was a phone call. He's typical.
Dude, you know? But I like how he drank his tea. Even when Vijay got up and slapped him.
It was almost like he knew what was going to happen.
Oh, for sure. He knows. He knows everybody. You know, he knows everyone's characters. So of course, he knew exactly what Vijay was doing when he came. He closed the door, walked calmly, turned the guy's chair, and then he like kind of warmed up his hand a little bit and whoosh-ah!
Yep.
Chidak.
Yep.
So anyway, so yeah, great actor, great cast all around. Like I thought it was really good. And like I said, I didn't think any of the comedy was ever over the top, like cringy or anything. Like I just was entertained the entire time. Oh, ratings. What would you rate it?
I am going to give it an 8. Super 8. I think
Super 8.
Yeah, I think it lands right there. Really good. I could, you know, and it's funny. I think I could actually watch it again and probably catch some other things that, you know, maybe it didn't quite catch at the earlier part and everything. But yeah, there was some good stuff.
I'm surprised, honestly, I'm a little surprised you didn't give it higher than an 8, only because a lot of your predictions that you normally have weren't really like, they weren't really here.
They weren't really
here.
And
so it kept surprising you.
Yeah.
So maybe you give things higher rating if you actually get them because they're following your brain line. I don't know. But I like the fact that you weren't like guessing any twists, although there weren't that many, there weren't any twists really. So it was just like straight line. I'm going to give it a 9 because you nailed it during that high intense portion. I mean, I was like literally like this, like I was like literally clenching the entire time because, and then why? I'm like, I don't know, like I know it's all gonna work out.
Means I'm vested.
Yeah.
I'm vested in what's going on.
For me, giving ratings is, did the movie do to the audience what it was out there meaning to do? Like, so for a horror movie, like even though like if I rate a horror movie highly, and it wasn't like the best life-changing movie, but did it do what it was meant to do? And I'll give it a higher rating than maybe something that was in a drama category, but was a really good movie, but it didn't quite get me to where I thought I should have been. And so even though it might have been a better movie than the horror movie, I'd rate the horror movie higher just because it's the genre. So I'm rating for a genre. But for this one, for an intense political thriller, I don't really want to say it's suspense thriller. And I'm not going to call it an action movie because there wasn't really much action. It was just that suspense and the thriller that really got my adrenaline going. And to do that without so much violence. I mean, there was violence, but it was mostly, like I said, about getting caught. So that's why I'm going to rate it a 9 because I was there. I was in suspense the entire movie. I mean, not the entire movie, but the parts that I was supposed to be, I was. So great recommendation. We actually, after watching Special 26, we got a lot of recommendations for this one. I mean, it makes sense. Same director and a lot of the cast too, right? Like, well, I guess too. So Akshay Kumar and Anupam Kher. Right. So anyway, but you guys in the comments, let us know what you would rate it. Did you like it? And if you did like it, not only let us know, but subscribe if you haven't already, share the video, and like button pat thappar maro.